Jyoti Chauhan and I'm from India, living in New Delhi. And I was born in UP and I was brought up to Delhi when I was 6 months. And since then, my parents have been living in Delhi, so I don't really know how my hometown looks like because I've been living since forever here. And I'm 17 now. I'm a poet at Slam Out Loud. I love writing, reading, meditating, studying, dancing, playing badminton, and a lot more things that I love to do. And I'm feeling extremely grateful to be a part of this conference and to be able to share my story. I think so. I come from a very low income society, and for me, I think now when I'm 17, it has been years for me thinking that being a girl is a sin and it's unfortunate thing because the kind of things that I have heard, right? And to me, it took so much of time to realize my own potential and to be able to embrace my differences and my own self as a girl. So my parents, like as I told you, that I come from a very low income society, and for my parents to give, because I'm the elder one in my house and their first child, for them, it was very difficult to me, for them to give me this education, to send me school, because they had to go against the norms in their societies, and they had to fight against and go against to their parents, which was very difficult for them, and live a life separate from their family when they had nothing. Like totally, my dad was just thrown away from my great grand family, and he had to make a living. He just had a plate when he got separated. And when I come here and I was introduced to, so I studied till grade 5th in a low income private school, and then I moved to secondary grade in grade 6, and I was shifted to a government school because it was difficult for my parents to finance my education in a private school, and that's why I got shifted to government school. And then I was introduced to TFI, so I took admission in a TFI classroom, and in grade 7th I was introduced to slam poetry, and then I started writing. And I feel so connected when I write. I feel like whenever there's something that I want to express, and I feel like I don't really, I mean, I don't have a really good friend circle. I don't have a lot of friends to talk to. And I think when I was introduced to poetry, I got someone, I was able to hold someone that, yes, this is something I think through which I can express myself. So I started writing, and then slowly I got my fellows signed me to Slam Out Loud, and then I became a Slam Out Loud student as well. And I think being a part of Slam Out Loud is one of the most beautiful thing in your life that can happen to you. I think the kind of family that we have over there, the way people accept everyone, the way we embrace our differences, and yet, I mean, just share that space together with a lot of love and learning. So I started performing and going to places, and I started performing TEDx. I went to NYPS in Bangalore, TEDx Gateway Salon in Bombay, and I performed over there. And slowly in 10th, when I came, I realized that there's something bigger that I'm made for. I felt like I'm learning a lot, I'm receiving a lot. There are so many people who are doing things for me, and I should do something for my society. And that's why I started this project called Gurukul, in which, because I firmly believe in the power of art and integration of art in education. And I believe that the integration of art in education is one of the most beautiful things that a child can ever get in their lives. Because when I started writing poetry, I started learning how to communicate. When I started Gurukul, I started teaching various art forms to kids in my society. So what I initially did in 2018, I went to Kids Education Revolution. It is a 1 week residential program where you go and meet people. There are people from all over the world, and mostly from India, young children who come together and reimagine education together. And so I went there, and then I realized that I really need to do something for my society. And I started Gurukul with the aim of providing art education to kids. And slowly, when I started analyzing the way art has played such an important role in my life, telling me that how I can communicate with people, how can I collaborate, how can I think critically, because when you read, it is a difficult task, okay? And I love reading. It helps us to build so many skills, right? And that was the time when I realized that I didn't need to do something. So I started this project where I started teaching kids. And uh, because I was in grade 10, it was boards for all of us, and I just wanted to focus onto that. So after inaugurating Gurukul in November, I felt like this is not the right time when I can really do something with Gurukul. Let me just finish off my boards, and then I'll see what I can do with Gurukul. So in 2019, we again started our Gurukul. We resumed it, and then we started. We recruited more people in the team, and there were artists from all over. So it is a project basically where it is for the students, by the students, and of the students. So I'm a student, and I started this project, and there's my team who is like someone is in 9th, 10th, and 12th. So everyone is like very young, not 18, anyone. I'm gonna turn 18 soon though. Yeah. So, and it posed a difficult challenge for us, because we were initially teaching these art forms in our learning center, which we call Coach Basti, in which everyone comes and explore their own self apart from being just in school. And when this pandemic hit us, it was very difficult for me to transition, because we didn't know any other way other than to just meet regularly, teach kids art forms that they want to learn. So we used to teach them writing poetry, stories, theater, dance, music, doodling. Recently we have launched doodling as well. And I didn't know, because I was traveling a lot, I was doing a lot of things apart from academics as well. And then I felt like this is the time I feel like I can't do anything because of the pandemic. And it took me a while, it took me 1.5 months to actually realize that this might continue, and adversities might always come in our ways, but we can't really stop. We always need to do, right? But I think that 1.5 month gap was needed for me to realize all of those things. And so on 15th March, we started a series of workshops where we started teaching kids, and we again thought the purpose of Gurukul, our existence, and why we have started Gurukul, right? And then we recruited a new team of people, and they started working on Gurukul, where we started taking weekly workshops on virtual mode. And we started teaching them these art forms, and how these art forms can also ensure mental well-being, and also inculcate and just teach them new 21st century skills. Because I believe that, maybe I feel like our education, the kind of books maybe that we have, doesn't really directly teaches us how to think critically, how to think creativity, right? So I just felt like there's something we really need to do. And so we started this in May 15th. We conducted our first writing workshop, and then we went on. Until now, we have conducted more than 10 workshops and 3 speaker session on Instagram and Facebook. And we are working with across kids in India, and we have worked with more than 20 plus artists, including various art forms. And till now, it has been a great experience to work with all of these kids and learn from them, learning about how to do everything on virtual mode. And apart, because just on physical it looks different, and in phone it looks very different, right? So I think just replacing was not the very idea. I think it is a new experience, it is something different that we are doing. So yeah, that's how it has been so far, and we are hoping to continue. So we are resuming Gurukul for a while till May, maybe March next year, and we will resume it in April again, because all of us have boards. I'm in grade 12, and I have other things, and I have other priorities. So I'm going to focus onto that, and then we are again going to resume back in April. I hope my story helped you in some way, to focus on how to just, because it is not our adversities actually, it is how do we deal with our adversities is the thing that matters a lot, right? right? So our stories, I think, not going to matter. I remember I was harassed the day before I had exam. I had my pre-board in grade 10th, and there were some crazy family issues that were going on in my house. And the day when I went to give my science exam, I had bandages all over my body. I was crying, and I was not able to even write the exam, and I couldn't study for my exam properly. But I gave my exam, and after giving my exam, I went to my tuition, and after that, I came back and I started studying again for my exam. And I think that's what matters. Your courage, your way of not giving up is something that matters. So I think that really helps all of us here to actually realize our potentials and to be the better version of ourselves, because the days when we think we can't really do anything is the day when we need to, right? The day you think that today is I can't do this, right, is the day when all of us needs to do that thing, particularly, especially on that day, because that day tells us that we can't and we really need to prove them wrong at that time. But in between all of this and inspiration, we really need to take off some break for ourselves so that we can again just refresh and boost up our energy and come back on the track. Thank you.
Thank you, Jyoti. It was really inspiring. It was really amazing listening to your story. So, I have a question for you. Uh, can I know, like, what is the message that you wanted to give for this group?
I feel like it is, as I mentioned in the end, that it is not what we are going through, it is how do we deal with that particular thing, right? So I think I would just want all of us to realize our potentials and our purpose, our existence, the purpose of our existence, and just see how can we never give up, and find the main motive and the goal of our life, the main goal of our existence.
Thank you, Jyoti.